and you got the old... Oh, this has to end. Okay, save. Can't be doing that Patreon file all day. Oop. Okay, hold on. There we go. We got to mark it. Okay, we'll move that over there. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, I think we're ready.
Okay.
I'm just so thrilled that nothing broke. I'm just thrilled.
Yeah.
You know that feeling of like, oh, that went fine.
No, September McCready reached out and said, yeah, Loopback was having some problems with Monterey, but I haven't seen it. It hasn't happened with me, but and you tried it yesterday and you haven't had any problems.
Yeah, in fact, if you hear this, then you're hearing.
Yep.
Yeah, then Loopback is working. So
cool. I sure am, and it is.
I don't know, and as far as I know, she might have. Nice thing about Loopback is they put out a statement some months before Monterey said, yeah, we're going to be ready before it comes out. And then I got a patch saying Monterey ready. And so I don't know.
Yeah, they might have just fixed it or recently fixed it.
Sure.
Before she got the update or something.
Yeah, because Brian and I waited like you're supposed to. You're supposed to wait, you know.
Yes.
But you're still nervous.
Especially with a production machine. My my laptop I did right away, but I used that for strictly for work stuff. So. Right.
And if you're doing that, then you at least have a test bed of like, oh, this worked here just fine. I'm probably going to be fine over here. Yeah.
Yep. September says it seemed to mostly sort itself out in a couple days. Good. Excellent.
That's good. Yeah, like I said, my USB audio thing, I just had to reset it and it was okay. So anyway. All right, Brian, I'm going to record now.
Cool.
So here comes. Here comes.
Okay.
Everyone enjoy your Wednesday. Oh, shit. I didn't pull anyone's. That's all right. I'll do it. I'll do it during the show. I forgot to pull your Reccamentals, but I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
And I assume Randy sent me one. I didn't look yet. Okay. Anyway, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
And now, in cooperation with police and federal law enforcement departments throughout the United States, the only national program that brings you authentic police case histories.
If you want to be popular with girls, call 976-GUTS.
The Morning Stream. No, you better don't.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It is Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. It's, so we got let's see, 12, 1, 21. Yeah. So you got
1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's pretty good. That's a good one. Yeah. I give you a hard time when it's not a good one. This is a good one.
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Good. All right. I've judged it properly then. I was a little worried it wasn't a good one. This is a good one.
Brian approves.
He approves. Okay, good. Someone mark that off. It's a brand new month. We're excited to be here. It's Christmas month. Happy Merry Christmas holiday business, everybody. We hope you're already feeling the good times and the family vibes and the whatnot, and that Omicron passes you over.
Let's hope. By the way, if you did the Secret Santa, if you signed up for Tad Santa, you have an email from Tad Santa. If you don't find it, check your spam folder. Mine was in my spam folder, so I'm glad.
I bet mine is too.
DJ Stengel reached out to me and said, check your email if you haven't gotten it. And sure enough, mine was in the...
Yeah. Look at DJ Stengel spinning those email hits like he does.
That's right, DJ Stengel.
Coming at you live with a giant head thing on. By the way, so I've that's funny. I thought about this last night. Now I'll mention it since this sort of came up. Yeah. Have you noticed that if you're going to be a popular, successful DJ type, you know, spinning the EDM and the whatnot, you have to have a big marshmallow or mouse or some sort of head.
Something over your head.
Yeah. That's the deal. You have to have a big head.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that? Why do you think that happened?
That's why in Animal Crossing I'm DJ King Tut's head.
Oh, perfect. Now, okay, quick question about that. Sorry, I'm all over the place.
Sure.
I tripped and
fell.
No,
I don't have a good price for turnips. Quit asking.
not that. I do have to get those. I have to offload some this week, but
quit buying turnips. What are you doing?
I don't know why I
did
it.
Sell your veggies. What's the matter with you?
I saw her in town. She was hanging out by a tree. She had a booger nose, and I went, you know what? Let's go ahead and buy out your stock.
Let's do it. Right. Ugh. All right. Anyway, go ahead. You were going to say something else.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, don't remember now. It was good. What was it? It was something.
It was an Animal Crossing thing.
It was before that. You said
Yeah. Oh,
you said a thing and it
I
reminded me.
said King Tut's head.
Oh, right. And it is Animal Crossing. Okay. So when I got that, I crafted that head for the first time.
Yeah.
And I ran around with it, and every time I ran, I'd fall on my face.
You fall on your face. Yeah, that's the joy of the King Tut head.
Now, someone told me that it's not just the fun or the joy or the goofy of the King Tut head, it's the curse of the King Tut head.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a curse of like the old
I figured
Egyptian
that thing is so huge and covers up so much of your vision that's why you fall over. And it's heavy and it covers your whole head.
Yeah.
Well, Shoujo confirms. So it is the
it's the curse of the head.
curse of King Tut. Was
Now,
King Tut cursed?
Well, it's not just the. So I thought it's because I talked to the seance lady in town and she gave me an unlucky brand or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And I thought that's all it was. But
yeah,
now that I've cleared myself of all curses, and now when I wear that thing, I still fall.
Yeah.
So it's a little useless to me. Like I spent real gold on that thing, thinking, oh, I'll have this cool thing I'll wear all the time. No, I run a lot.
No, it's a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, forget it. It's more like a joke you play on your friends if they could put on the stuff you have in your pocket while they're over in your town, but they can't.
Yes, it'd be great if like there was some benefit that counteracted the tripping, right? Like you got some perk. You get to go faster, but the head is cursed. But it comes with free Frogurt. The Frogurt is also cursed.
I love that episode so much. You make me want to watch it. All right. I got a quick lesson, and then I want to play a game with Brian. I know we do a lot of Battle Royale, including today, and that'll be fun. But no one ever tests Brian. Once in a while, I come up with something. I had a little something for you today.
Okay.
Before we do that, though, and I haven't told him he has no idea, so there's no cheating here.
No idea. Yeah.
I learned that I can actually super hold in a laugh when I have to.
Okay.
Because sometimes I think I can't control that. If something's really funny, I have to laugh.
Yeah.
It's just in me. You do Tina's voice, I have to laugh. Whatever. I have to laugh.
Always
so
happens.
Kim's mom came by, which is never a laughing matter, by the way. They came by to bring us bread. They make bread, and they're super nice about bringing us bread.
Did they make bread before the pandemic, or did they start making bread during the pandemic?
They were making bread before the pandemic, and these days they basically are a bakery. I don't know why they don't just open it up and make a bakery out of it, because they're making bread all the time. They made like 9 loaves in a day. It's insane. They're like Jesus Loaves.
That is good for the weight loss
Kidding.
there.
No kidding. It's like they give them one fish and one thing of bread, and now they're Jesus. They got all the loaves and the fish you need. But anyway,
yeah.
And this is an appropriate thing because she's kind of judgmental and very churchy, and she gives me a hard time about every little thing. And it's fine. It's mother-in-laws. It's what you're supposed to do, right? And we love them, and it's no hate here, but she's got all the mother-in-law traits that drives everybody crazy. Anyway, they come over, they bring bread, and we're there, and it was nice visiting, and I didn't hug anybody because I'm still kind of sick. My head cold isn't gone yet, and she was asking about my back, and I said, "Oh, it's so much better." It was like 2 weeks ago now, and I'm still a little, it's sore. I have to be mindful of it when I'm moving around and stuff, not to throw it out again. But I'm doing better, stretching, doing a little yoga in the morning. I can walk, but all that. It's good. It's like every 2 years this happens, and every 2 years it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for me to kind of recover. And that's where I'm at. And so that's what I tell her. And I start walking toward the kitchen to get some water, and she's on the couch just off to the living space there. And she says, "Do you have a vibrator?" And she says it loud. Okay. And so I walk into the kitchen and I go, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to burst out laughing.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I freaking held it in. Like, I held it in. I don't know how I did it. And I know why. I know why. Because if I had laughed, my brain knew. If I had laughed, I would have had to explain to her why I'm laughing.
Why it was funny? Sure.
Yeah. And she doesn't know. She's, I don't, whatever.
She has to know.
Does she know? I mean, she is the most, like, I don't know how to explain it. She just is so, she's such a Puritan. She's so, like, I don't know. What's the word? She's like a Quaker. She's a Quaker oat, All
right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there are women that pretend they don't know, but every woman knows.
Yeah. And I said, "Oh, yeah, I got one." I got a vibrator, I says. And I do. I have this back thing that's like the gun kind of.
Yeah, it's the gun. That was, by the way, the number one recommended gift from Amazon this morning.
Oh.
Amazon, my Echo did this whole thing about it's the 1st of December, so ask me for a gift. And you do that, and then she tells you a limerick, and then she says, just for fun, ask me for another one. I said, oh, okay, well, give me another gift. And she's showing you gifts on Amazon.com. I'm like, I don't think that's what you were meant to do.
No.
But that was that one of those Theragun things was the number one recommended gift. So who knows? Maybe somebody in my life is going to get one of those.
Maybe. And those are great. Yeah. And I think that's kind of what she meant. Although she has this thing that looks like a belt sander at home that's like the old school has 2 handles on it, and it just put it on your back and then you itch for a month because it makes it
like a big Shihatsu, that thing will. It's what Don Cheadle used to tunnel his way underneath the Bellagio in Ocean's 13.
That's right. Yes. How else is he going to get in there, really? So
that's right.
It makes sense to me. Yes. So anyway, so
you want to see what I have, Scott? Want to see how?
Yeah. What do you got there?
Oh, this won't surprise anybody.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. What a Spider-Man branded pillow? What is it? Whoa!
It's a little back pillow.
Oh, it's a lumbar pillow thing.
It's a lumbar pillow. Came with my gaming chair.
Oh, so that's a vibrator then.
It's a vibrator.
Brian's got a vibrator in his chair, built in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not afraid to use it.
But anyway, I was tempted. Let me tell you what I was tempted to say to her.
Does whatever a vibrator can.
That's right. Here's what I was tempted to say to my mother-in-law. I was tempted to say, yes, I do have one. It's shaped like a fist. It's all black. Like I wanted to give her like some horrible description of some awful, thing you'd find in like an alley in an old abandoned Vegas parking lot or something. Just some nasty, decrepit old rubber unit.
Of course.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So, so we moved on.
But
I
wouldn't be able to resist. I totally wouldn't, because
it was hard.
You're a more disciplined man than I am, Scott.
If I'd have had 1, maybe 2 other sons-in-laws in the room, it'd have been over. We'd have been screwed. The whole day would have been just about that, and that's how it would have gone. But thanks for the bread there, Francis. We appreciate it. And go get yourself a vibrator. All right, moving on. Hey, look at this. I'm going to do a quiz with Brian, and you're going to love this because probably not. Maybe you won't love it. I don't know. I just had this idea, and I made this all up myself, or I had to do my own research into what I wanted to do here. And so let me see if I have. I was going to do a little intro for you. Hold on a second. Is this a good
We did
one?
trivia last night, so my brain is in trivia mode. Hopefully still. Hopefully I didn't sleep it all away.
I'll choose something from a list here. How about this? There you go. All right, Brian. Welcome to Brian's Pop Quiz. Brian time. All right.
Okay. All right. Good. Good name. Already loving the name.
Good, and also this has to do with names. So how prophetic of you. So here's what it is. We all know a lot of characters in like popular culture, TV, movies, that sort of thing. We know their first names, often their last names, but almost always their first names. What we don't often know is their middle names, or in some obscure cases, anything but their first name. And so I wanted to just test you to see how many of these popular characters I'm going to mention, how many of them do you know at least their middle name, if not their full name?
Okay, right. So like and these are characters whose middle name has been revealed.
These are
lore?
Yes. These are people who we do know their middle names. I'm not making up any of these.
So for example, if you said Homer J. Simpson, and I'd say, his middle name is J.
J-A-Y, right?
Yeah.
And you'd be correct, and you would have found that out in that one episode. And I don't think they ever brought it up again.
I never brought it up ever again.
But It's now canon, so it's like that. Although some of these are probably more known than others.
The commune, yeah. Okay, all right.
So I'm gonna throw this first one at you, just to kind of give you a softball.
A warm up, sure.
George Costanza. Are you aware of George? This is actually what's prompted the idea, because I'm watching Seinfeld and they uttered his middle name, and I went, "What? He has a middle name? I've never heard it before."
George.
And it was Jerry saying it.
Really?
So if that helps you at all, Jerry's the one that said it, and he was doing it in kind of like a
Right. It was like
motherly
a
way.
chastising thing, like George Lorraine Costanza. I can't believe you do such a thing.
Yes,
kind of thing.
exactly that.
But not Lorraine.
Not Lorraine. Although you got scary close, so that's weird.
Biff. But is it? Was I close? Does it begin with an L?
Yes. You're going to get it.
George Leroy Costanza? No, George Larry Costanza?
Is that your answer? Is Larry?
Lawrence, Larry, George Leroy Costanza.
The answer is Louis.
Costanza. George Louis Costanza. Yep. Okay, all right.
So that one's good. All right, how about this one?
Really? Because that's Julia Dreyfus's middle name. Well, I guess it's her hyphenate, right?
Oh, right. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Because it's more like Louis Dreyfus.
Yeah.
All right. Harry Potter, famous Wizarding World character, Harry Potter. His middle name.
Harry Potter.
This one I felt like was kind of easy, but I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Harry Potter. No, because I haven't watched MASH nearly as much as you have. I haven't seen an episode of MASH in easily the last 25 years.
Oh my gosh, you should binge MASH.
I know. I should go back and binge it all because it's so damn good.
Yeah, just have it on in the background. Get work done. Just watch it.
Harry James Potter.
You are correct. Oh my Lord.
Really? I did not. I swear to God, chat room is right there.
No, I believe you.
I was looking over here.
I believe you. So the reason that probably rolled off your tongue is it has been mentioned. His dad was James. There's a lot of talk of James Potter in the books and movies, so it's possible that it just was on the tip of your brain. So I say well done to you. Well done, sir.
I'm going to continue looking this way. Chat room, you are there.
Yeah,
that is
chat room. There. They're all, look at that. They're all a bunch of smarties in there. They all got it.
Like a bunch of them all got it. Yeah.
All right.
I like Harry Potter, Shave Maddox. Very good.
It's pretty good. Now, you may not know this, but Barbie, the doll.
Sure.
Her first and last name are Barbara Roberts, but she also has a middle name. This one's kind of hard because you probably didn't know any of these things until I just told you.
My Aunt Barb is the biggest Barbie fan you will ever meet. She has in her house right now a regular Christmas tree with regular ornaments on it and a separate pink Barbie tree that has nothing but Barbie ornaments on it.
Okay. Wow. Yes. That's awesome.
All right. So Barbie's middle name, Barbie or Barbara Blank Roberts.
Barbara Blank Roberts. Correct.
Barbara Lynn.
Let's see if it's Lynn. Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Is it Lynn? No, the correct answer is Millicent.
Millicent. Damn it. That I've heard that, and I should have remembered that. Barbara Millicent Roberts. Yeah.
Now,
okay.
I'm gonna change it up a little, and since you like the horrible game Monopoly, my opinions are well known on Monopoly. Not a fan.
No, very well known. Yes.
Do you know? So you know Rich Uncle Pennybags.
Rich Uncle Pennybags. Yeah. I don't even know his first name.
Well, that's going to be the question because he doesn't have a middle name. Do you know his first name? I guess you don't.
His first name is it something like Milton?
You're
Milton?
tickling the chode here. You almost got
right,
it.
because it's like a playoff of million, right? It's like Marion.
Look, see, this is Brian's trivia brain at work. He's going. All right, it's like million. So we got the MIL. Okay, all right. And you're actually on the right path. You're on the. You're on the.
Millicent. It's Millicent.
It's Millicent. No.
That'd be great because it would have mill and cent in it. Pennybags, cent, and but no, what is it?
It is Milburn.
Milburn. Yes, yep. I've heard that. Milburn, Rich Uncle Milburn Pennybags.
Now another one with first name this is a last name. So the flip of that is what I'm going to ask you on this one.
All right.
We all know the lovable Toy Story 1 through 4 character Woody, played by Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
Do you know Woody's last name?
Manson. No.
Woody Manson.
The
Manson
Woody's last name.
Not Woody James Potter, chat room. That is not correct.
No, but it would be something like Stetson or Woody.
It'd have to be a really. See, this is why
Western countrified kind of name.
Yeah, but also
Woody.
You're doing it in the right era, right? Like the singing Dale. What's his name?
Dale Evans.
Yeah, that era.
Right. Yeah.
This is the brain of a dude who does a lot of trivia stuff, and this is a fun process. I like watching it. It's like watching your brain pop.
Woody.
Anyone in the chat? No, nobody in the chat knows. This might be too hard.
Woody
Woody
Jackson.
Wiener, says Jake.
Woody Wieners. Woody Jackson.
Woody Jackson. Let's see if it is Woody Jackson.
Yeah, no. Got
The answer is Pride. Woody Pride.
nothing. Woody Pride. Okay.
But that's a very
yeah.
like, I'm going on the prairie with my lady on my arm.
Totally.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's absolutely like a country crooner name. Woody Pride.
All right.
Like Charlie Pride.
I'm going to give you one I think you know.
Okay.
The full name of Captain Crunch.
Oh, Captain. Yes. Captain Bartholomew. Oh, no. Is it Bartholomew? It is something like that. It is.
I'll give you a point if you get the middle name right, even if the first or last. Well, you know Crunch, but
Yeah.
if you don't know the first name, it's fine.
It is. Oh my God! It is like a seafarer. Like, it is a name from that kind of era.
Yep. Very explorer-y kind of.
Yes.
Deal.
Yes. It is
Even though he's a pirate.
Captain.
Or is he a pirate? I don't know if he's a pirate.
No, he's just a captain.
Okay.
Um,
I always think of him as a pirate for some reason.
Captain Crunch. Was he a pirate?
Yarr.
Shoot.
He's the captain of the pirate
I'm gonna kick
vessel.
myself as soon as you say it. I'm gonna say Bartholomew Crunch, and I know it's not Bartholomew.
The answer is Horatio Magellan Crunch is the full name.
Magellan, yeah, Magellan.
all right, you did
Horatio was the one I was like on the cusp of remembering. I never would have remembered Magellan, oddly enough.
Now here's one that is just a straight up. Do you know his real name? Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo deal.
Oh yes, his name is Walton Goggins. No, his name is. I know this one. Norval.
Yeah. Yeah.
Norval Roberts. Norval.
Oh, you're so
Norval.
close.
Robinson. Norval. Shit.
Norval shit.
Norval shit. Norval.
You're so close.
I know. Rogers. Norval Rogers.
You did it.
Cool.
Nicely done. All
All
right,
right.
Shaggy, Norval Rogers. All right, couple more here. Mr. Peanut's real name.
Oh, Mr. Peanut.
Yeah.
He's
Now, let me give you a hint. You have used his first name.
Filbert Cashew.
You've used his first name already in today's stuff in a way.
Okay.
And I'll say
All
that
right.
when you used it before, it was wrong for that one, but it's right for
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, okay. Bartholomew
There you go.
Peanut.
Oh, you're so close. All right. But this one is like, I almost feel like I can't charge for this one. It's Bartholomew Richard Fitzgerald Smythe Peanut.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're
No
not.
wonder
That's a
he died.
freebie. We're not giving anybody
Yeah,
points for that,
yeah.
or not. Okay. The last one. Let's see. Oh, the Operation Guy, the board game. You know.
Oh, his name is yeah. His name is Cavity Sam.
Nailed it! Holy shit! My gosh, Brian. All right, you did pretty well, I think, for how hard this is. You got
Touch
3
his
out of
funny
them.
bone. I was hoping for a skipper or a professor or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you did 30. You did 3 out of 8. You got correct. Now, let me give you a couple that didn't make the cut.
Sure.
Mr. Peanut, I put down there, but Cookie Monster. His real name is Sid.
Oh, really? Cookie Monster actually has an actual first
Yeah,
name.
I did
like a
not
real
know
name.
that
Okay.
until today. I found that out today. The Monopoly Policeman has a name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Officer Edgar Mallory.
The guy who basically just sits on the corner and says, "Go to jail."
Yeah, he's got his thing in his mouth and pointing toward jail. That's all he
His
does.
whistle. Right, that's right, yeah.
That's all he does is send people to jail.
He's got his thing in his mouth.
I
like
wish
any
we
good
were
officer.
alive during that time where every police officer was a stereotyped Irish guy. Remember that?
Right? Yeah. No, it came from West Side Story, right? Didn't it? Oh, no, that was Officer Krupke. Well, there was like an O'Malley, Officer O'Malley.
It was always like
it was
O'Malley.
Like in everything.
Yeah. Even like the old Batman series, they had Commissioner, we've seen Batman tonight in the thing. And it's like, what's going on with these Irish guys?
Right.
All right. The other one was Comic Book Guy has a name from The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Do you know it by chance?
Seth. Seth? No. Jeff? God, dang it. No, I can't remember.
No, you got
What is
Jeff.
it?
Jeff is correct. Last name?
It is Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Jeff Winger. Jeff Patinsky. No, and it's never going to come to me.
Jeff Patinsky. Nope, it's Jeff Albertson. Jeff
Albertson.
Albertson.
Okay, yeah.
Casper has a name. Do you know what that is? And I'll tell you, it's a single
back
name.
when he was, so he had it like when he was a boy, he wasn't Casper the Friendly Boy.
I assume so, and it's also a single name, normally a last name. I'll say it's Star Trek Next Generation related to help you out.
Okay. Ooh.
Well, I'm sorry, it's an actor from TNG, so don't think characters, think actor.
All right.
Actor, actress.
Jeez. All right. So it's normally a last name.
It's not
so
Data
Stewart.
Chat Room.
Stewart.
See, that's not bad. I would have picked Stewart personally. That is incorrect. It's McFadden. So
McFadden. Wow.
So it's real. I guess his real name before death was
Casper McFadden.
Yeah, Casper McFadden. I think is how that is.
Hey, we had a trivia question last night that we sussed out because I honestly couldn't remember. But the question was, speaking of Star Trek and speaking of Next Generation, Geordi wears a visor because so he can see, blah, 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 whatever. It was worded better than that. Yeah. Which other crew member has an artificial heart? Which other human crew member has an artificial heart?
Oh, Picard, because he got the Domjot fight with the alien guy, and he hit him so hard in the chest he had to have heart replacement surgery or something.
Okay. See, I didn't remember that episode. I was thinking we sussed it out as Picard anyway, because I thought, well, maybe it came from the Best of Both Worlds, the Borg assimilation. They had to give him
that's a good call, though. That's a good...
Yeah, because then we went through, everybody else were like, no, I don't think, and we said, all right, humans, so that takes out Worf and Data, obviously, and Troy, and
it was those Nausicaans. It was those Nausicaan buttholes, and the reason I only remember it is because it was a Q episode where Q kept taking Picard back to old memories, and I remember those Nausicaans kept going, "You play Domjot. Domjot, come play Domjot." They kept talking like that. And it's hard for me to forget it.
I've forgotten that one. All right, we want one from last night, and this one we were the only team in the bar to get this right. This was the final question. It was the wager question. We were solid in second place. We decided not to wager because we weren't 100% sure, but we ended up getting it right.
Okay.
But and well, let's not, because I'm looking at this thing. It's a long question, so
so maybe not then.
Well, all right, I'll tell you. Here you go.
All right, go.
Put these values in order from largest to smallest.
Go.
Number of Grammy Awards won by Kelly Clarkson. Number of people who've walked on the moon. Number of seasons that Julio Jones played in the Pro Bowl. And the number of sovereign countries in mainland North and South America, not including islands or the Caribbean.
Oh, my Lord. Let me try this real quick.
Okay. So Moon, Clarkson, Julio Jones,
sovereign
and
countries. Okay, I'm going to go... This is a complete guess.
Sure.
Julio Jones, Kelly Clarkson, Moon, sovereign countries.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
There are... Kelly Clarkson only has won 3 Grammys. 12 people have walked on the moon. 7 seasons Pro Bowl for Julio Jones. And there are, I think there was 18 countries in the... or 16... is 18 countries in mainland North and South America. So it goes countries, moon, Pro Bowl, Clarkson.
Okay. Clarkson number last. She's on the bottom.
The only 3 Grammys for Clarkson.
I'm mad at her for performing at that LuLaRoe thing. I watched that documentary that Nicole recommended. Mad at her for going to that thing. She made a bunch of money from it. It's probably not her fault, but I'm still mad at her because those people are weird.
I gotta watch that LuLaRich.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I kind of hate it. Those people piss me off. All right. Well, anyway, that was fun.
Hey, let's get to Dunaway, man.
Yeah, now let's do more trivia.
I'm in a gaming mood.
Yeah, why not? Chat room says they want me to do this more often. Making up quizzes is not my life, but I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing it here and there.
I love it. I love proving that even though I do this trivia thing on the regular, I am no savant by any stretch of the imagination.
It happens to all of us, Brian. All right, that music signals an important part of our lives starting, which is Brian Dunaway joining us from South Carolina for a little Battle Royale. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hey, man. It's nice to have you here. How you doing? You still mad at FedEx, or everything good, or what's the deal? What's going on?
No, I finally got my package. I only had to make a lot of noise. That's all.
Okay.
I just had to act like a squeaky wheel to get the basics of service. Whatever.
Yeah, look, once in a while. Well, part of the problem right now is everybody's shipping everything wrong. Like nothing's on time, so it's all really effed up this year.
That was the first excuse they always give me.
Yeah.
Oh, we're experiencing higher. I'm like, it's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining about not getting it.
Yeah.
I'm complaining because your communication sucks ass.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yes, exactly. I don't mind it being late. Just tell me it's going to be late so I can prepare.
Exactly.
just don't let me sit there the entire window that you said it would be there, and then 5 minutes after the window closes, go, oh, we're not making it today.
There you
and
have
by
it.
the way, we stopped by,
Yep.
but we didn't.
Nailed
no.
it. Yeah.
And that's infrastructure and operation. I don't blame the truck driver. They need to figure it out up top. The top 10 CEOs of FedEx make, up to $10 million a year. Hey, just
So your answer is you're not done with this yet, and mentally you're still dealing with it. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm
it was really a long. You could have just said no. Really,
You just said F
Yeah.
those guys. I'm never
Same.
using them again. All right, we got a
Get me
listener on the
started.
line who's going to play with us today. Let's find out who's been holding very patiently. Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Logan, Dreadnecks in the Tadpole.
Well, hello,
Hey.
Dreadnecks. Nice to have
Hey,
you here.
Dreadnecks.
As always, good to hear from him. Good to see you. He's always a name I like to see in the chat. It's always
For sure.
a friendly
Always.
face. Welcome. You're going to be a part of today's Battle Royale Family Feud business, but Brian's got to explain the whole damn thing and give it the right title. Brian, take it away.
I do. It's time to play the Tadpole Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpole on some nerdy topics. Scott and Brian will have to predict the answers that the Tadpole gave us, and it's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Now, Dreadnecks, your job is going to be more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian, and if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes 1111 Memories Retold and Sword Legacy Omen, which I tried to give away a couple weeks ago, realized that it was a carryover prize because somebody didn't win it. So now we're bringing it back.
Oh, sweet. Coming back with
bringing it
Sword
back.
Legacy Omen.
And you know what? I'm gonna add one game to it just to because it's a snowball kind of thing. Middle Earth Shadow of War. I'm adding to that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's my.
there you
I
go.
really like that game. That game was shrouded in microtransaction controversy at the time.
Yes.
And so some people forgot that underneath it all was an amazing game, and then they also tore all that stuff out. So then it was just an amazing game, but then people had moved on. It's really unfortunate because that game is awesome, and our good friend and listener of the show, Liam O'Brien, did the voice of not Frodo. But who's the little shit that wants the ring? My precious. Why can't I think of his name?
Gollum.
Gollum. Good lord. Couldn't find it. Boy, that bodes well for today. Anyway,
It should be really good.
Words. I'm trying to use them. Words.
Let's give you guys your topic. Now, here's a little bit of some setup because I need to do some setup. Two things. Number one, we were going to do this a couple weeks ago, and Scott's back went out, and I guess
Oh, it's Scott's fault.
it was
Okay,
my
no,
fault.
go ahead.
It was
Well,
my
no.
fault. It
So
was my fault.
so usually what I do is I get all the questions, I pull them from the spreadsheet, all the responses, I put them in a numbers document, I sort them, I clean up all the answers, make sure the correct answers are in there, like that they're
We
accurate.
get
that
it.
sort
We
of
get it.
thing.
You work really hard on these.
I do. But I also, I take the top 10, but then I keep that spreadsheet open in the background so that if you give an answer 11 or 12 or 13, I can say, oh, well, that one didn't make the top 10, blah, blah, blah. In between then and now, I upgraded Monterey. And when I upgraded to Monterey, I was like closing everything in a hurry, and numbers said, "Oh, you have unsaved documents. Do you like where you want to save them?" I'm like, "No, click, click, click," and didn't realize that I'd closed that. I fortunately
Oops.
had already created the feud board, so I have the top 10. I just don't.
Oh,
I
but
don't have a
nothing
list of what's
afterwards.
11 or 12 or anything like that. So
That's great.
Aw.
that's one caveat to this. Number two, in a change, I took every answer except for pass that the Tadpole gave us.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I made sure that answers that were close to each other were combined into the same thing, and I made sure that the answers were accurate. But then there's also some other answers that they gave us, and that is all the setup you're going to get. But that's a lot of setup.
Have I told you how much I admire your work ethic?
Oh, he's a
Oh,
hard
no,
working
you
man.
haven't,
He's the
but
hardest
Thank,
working
thank
man.
you so
Yeah.
much for what you do for us.
Oh,
Yes.
not necessary. But all right, let's do this.
All right.
Okay, put your hands on your buzzers.
On our buzzards, got it.
On your buzzards, 573 tadpoolers responded to this.
Wow, that's a lot of tadpoolers.
Yep.
It really is.
Yeah.
Name a flavor of Hot Pocket.
Oh, come on.
Pizza.
More information, please.
Really?
More
What's a pizza?
information, please.
Oh, pepperoni pizza hot pocket.
Very
Show me.
good.
Show me pepperoni pizza hot pocket.
Number one? Oh my
Pepperoni
gosh.
pizza, number
Duh.
one answer. 272.
That's funny.
All right,
It's the only
so
pop you
It's
probably
the only
ever
one you.
eaten.
Yeah, it's the only one you should eat. Honestly,
it
if
is
you're
the
gonna
only
eat
one you should eat.
Yeah,
yes.
the rest are bad.
All right,
Those
so
lean pockets. Mm.
not included any of those.
Good.
No lean pockets.
It's good. They may as well not exist.
All right, well, Dreadnecks, that means you're going to be working with Scott. Scott owns the board, so
Dreadnecks,
so
you got
he's
any
gonna play.
top of your head hot pockets that aren't pepperoni pizza?
Oh my gosh, I haven't eaten Hot Pockets since college, which is more years away than I care to remember. So I remember eating a lot of like ham and cheese.
Oh yeah, the ham and cheese ones are very popular. That's a good one. Good call.
Gross.
It's
All
gross, but I think that's a good call. Let's say ham and cheese.
let's say ham and cheese. Show me ham and cheese.
Oh, nice.
Number 2 answer on the board.
That's what I call
Yes,
Hammond
yes.
Chamberlain. I call him ham and cheese sometimes. All right, let's see. Ham and cheese pizza. What else do we got here?
Ham and cheese.
There is a.
Maybe a cheese pizza or something? I mean, he asked you to be more specific for pizza. So
Oh,
there's got to be like
hey.
another pizza answer in there.
Yeah, good call, dude. That's actually a really good point. Let's think for a second. What other kinds of pizza? Would it just be a cheese pizza? Oh, geez.
This is more thought into Hot Pockets than Hot Pockets the brand into making.
Right. You're putting more thought into your answers than they put into their flavors.
Yeah. All I ever get out of it is
Diarrhea.
there you go. Let's go with let's go cheese pizza. Sure, why not?
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Cheese pizza.
We're gonna get Brian to do this every time we say anything. He's back there going doing his best
Jim
Gaffigan.
Gaffigan. Yeah.
All
All right.
anyway.
Show me cheese pizza. It is the number 3 answer. Drenched Wildfire says that they can't see the board.
Sorry,
in the,
they
live
can
stream.
now. I screwed
It's
up.
less Jim Gaffigan and more all the commercials of Hot Pockets now they
Well,
sound in my head.
Yeah, I mean those
That's,
things.
they always have to remind you at the end of the commercial which one you want.
Right. This is true.
So that's 4 cheeses.
You
in it?
guys are doing great. You got the top 3 answers. I mean, you know, Brian could come in with answer 7 and totally
Steal
take
the
the
whole
lead.
show.
I feel like Dreadnecks really nailed that one. So do you got any other hot? I feel like I need to trust in your gut here.
Well, that trusting in my gut seems like a good way to go with Hot Pockets, but I am pretty much spent on my suggested answers. Maybe there's got to be like a broccoli cheese or something.
Oh,
for
yeah.
looking
You know
for
what?
something healthier.
You're right. I've had that. I think it is just Oh, is it broccoli cheese? It's. I'm going with let's say broccoli cheese. Hopefully that's close.
Broccoli cheese. All right, let me finish pouring my coffee here. But I'm waiting for Brian to sing it.
I'm going to need the strength.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
we're
Are you
waiting for
gonna- are
Brian
you gonna
to
sing this one?
Yeah, you're
Brian?
gonna go
Because
broccoli.
it's off the tongue. I thought about it. Broccoli. It's just too hard. You
All
can't
right,
do
okay.
it.
All right. Show me broccoli cheese.
Oh,
It is chicken broccoli cheese, but good enough. I
right.
will take that because it's
that's a big pointer one. Number 8.
Yeah, now
It is.
I'll
That's
never have a
big.
chance of winning. Yeah.
Oh, you
No,
still
you
could
can.
win.
You still,
You still
yeah,
could
you get
win. All right.
almost any 2 of the ones that are left, and you're back in this.
So far, Dreadnecks is winning this for us. Let me think here. If I've got any that I haven't thought of, there's probably a calzone. A calzone, which is kind of pizza-like, but there's an
Good
opportunity
answer.
to make a little calzone.
Good
Maybe
answer.
like a meat lover. I feel like they're always trying to cram different kinds of meat into a pocket.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have any suggestions.
Oh,
along
you know
those
what?
lines.
I got one. There's a Philly steak one I think I saw. I'd never eat it, but I saw it. I know it exists. Whether it's popular or the Tadpole would like it, I don't know, but there's a Philly steak and cheese Hot Pocket. Let's do that. Brian, that's
Okay.
our
All right.
thing.
Show me Philly steak and cheese. Number 5 answer on the board. Oh, you guys are doing
You're
really
doing
well.
good. I'm
Yeah,
telling
this
you.
is great. I didn't expect to do well at all here. All right, so we're on a roll. Let's keep this going. Can we do that? Let's do that calzone. Let's just try it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You got it?
All right. Show me calzone.
Damn it! First X.
Not among the top 10, and I don't know. Don't know if there was a
no.
calzone in the.
It might be.
I'm not seeing any calzone in the big spreadsheet of answers that the tadpole gave me.
Because the pizza ones are basically calzones because they're in the form of a pocket, and it just makes
Yeah.
it.
Form of a hot pocket.
Right, exactly. On cheese.
That's better than anything
All right.
Zan turned himself into on the show, so it's not bad. All
Right. All
Five
right.
answers still on the board that you can.
Now my kids, and I don't know if my kids ate the same hot pockets these guys in the tadpole did, but my kids used to, especially Andrew, he loved the hot pockets. Now he won't touch one because he ate so many growing up.
You know,
But I do remember there being a meatball one he liked. Meatball hot pocket.
Meatball. All right. Show me your meatballs.
Meatball.
yeah.
Meatballs and mozzarella. Number
Wow.
6 answer on
And
the board.
mozzarella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sounds like diarrhea.
All right. So I'm gonna go. There was also I'm trying to think what Pat Tadpole will think. I think there's also one with bacon. It's like bacon and cheese. But I think that was in the lean pocket stuff? No, it was kind of like a pretzel pocket thing. It was a bacon. I'm going with bacon and cheese. Is that specific enough?
That is specific enough. Now, this is one where, okay, well, I'll buzz you or ding you or whatever I'm going to do here. Show me bacon and cheese.
Bacon.
Oh, you did it.
Yes, it's called the breakfast pocket, but a lot of people in the tadpole called it the bacon and cheese.
There you go.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Nature's
Bacon, egg,
pocket.
and cheese, yummy.
Sausage, egg, and cheese, breakfast, bacon, cheese. There was so many different combinations, and I did, for all the flavors, I did go to the Hot Pocket website and confirm that these are all actual flavors.
Now that's in your browser history.
Yep.
It is, right.
You're on
it
a
is.
list now, Brian. Now you're going to get advertised all day from
That's
this
right.
stuff.
There's nothing but Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
3 answers left. Let me reiterate. I took all the answers the tadpole gave me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So let me look at the board again. Because Scott pulled the board down. I have to look at my board.
Okay.
Pepperoni pizza, ham and cheese, 4 cheese pizza. How about we go with name ingredients in a Mexican restaurant?
Oh, like a burrito?
It reminds me of that. The old joke about is meat, cheese, and some kind of tortilla or something like that. And then what's this one made out of? I think this is a Jim Gaffigan skit as well.
Is it?
All
right.
yeah.
Like Taco Bell's the same 7 ingredients, that whole thing?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. It's
Okay.
like different things. How about a taco hot pocket? Some kind of taco meat flavor packet inside a hot pocket.
All right.
Very good. Okay. Show me taco. Beef taco or taco just as a whole did come up quite a bit. It doesn't. Well, there weren't enough to
warrant
make it on the
a
board. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Dreadnecks, how do you feel about cheeseburger?
Oh,
yeah, cheeseburger sounds plausible. I'm a little confused because Brian said he checked to make sure these were all real Hot Pockets, but he also said he took every answer. And the tadpole throws some crazy stuff up there. So.
Oh, good point. No, look at you you're the better trivia champion. You're listening to the details and the rules and everything. I'm terrible at this. So I'm either cheeseburger. I'll even say it out loud so Brian has a possible steal. But I'd say either cheeseburger or I know they make a dessert one that's like an apple fritter kind of deal or apple pie.
I've never heard of such a thing. What is that?
Yeah, it's gross.
I think cheeseburger is likely. I think we go cheeseburger.
All right, we're going cheeseburger
Because I'm pretty sure cheeseburger is up there.
All right,
That's got to be up there.
Do it.
Show me cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.
Oh man!
Only 3. There is a cheeseburger. Only 3 people said it.
What about reverse cheeseburger? Is that on there?
Oh, jeez. No, please. Russell Crowe, is he on there? Okay.
That's a hot back pocket is what that is.
Let's see. We already did chicken and cheese. Is there a KFC Hot Pocket? No, that's not right. Let me think.
That can't be right.
I would love that, though. Wouldn't you love that?
Yeah, would be.
I'm trying to think what other ethnic foods they would have tried to cram into a Hot Pocket. I mean, most of these have been what Americans consider Italian, right?
I mean, not really. Some of them are.
Why? Well, not.
Spaghetti.
I'm not stepping on that landmine. No,
Spaghetti pocket. Jeez. What? Spaghetti pocket's a thing.
That's just what you do when you get too much.
God,
spaghetti.
that would be so hot.
It
would just burn your mouth.
Yeah.
Carry spaghetti around in your pocket doesn't count.
How about?
Yeah.
How about a barbecue hot pocket? I do remember Andrew eating a barbecue hot pocket of some sort, but is it just barbecue? Is it just?
There is.
I'm going with barbecue hot pockets.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Throw them on the Barbie.
Show me the BBQ. Let's see. That was an answer, but only 5 people. Barbecue beef.
Swear that exists, right? It does exist.
Yeah, it does exist. Barbecue beef. But
I know one. Damn it.
Well, too bad because my turn. All right.
I think we have to go back to breakfast. There's got to be like a sausage and cheese or something like that. Although maybe that was lumped in with the breakfast hot pocket.
Well, yeah. So he's got.
I will save you. But I did loop that in. So
okay. So all the breakfast ones
combined.
are looped into breakfast. All right.
Yeah.
Well, what about the dessert one you were talking about, Scott? Maybe like an apple pie or something like that.
Maybe
I've never
we call
seen
it
a dessert hot pocket, but I want it to be up there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they don't exist.
We'll say dessert pocket because I think Brian would be kind enough to lump in. If there's like a cherry and an apple, we might get a twofer here. So we'll say dessert.
All right.
Dessert pocket.
Show me a dessert pocket.
Damn it!
Oh,
I've never heard of such a thing, but I want one.
I swear they exist, don't they?
I believe it.
No answers. Some of the closest somebody put was cinnamon. I don't think that's real.
Okay.
Because it's a hot pocket.
I thought there
Spicy
was a
pocket?
I thought there was a dessert versions.
I didn't see any dessert hot pockets when I went to the website to look them up. I didn't see anything that wasn't savory.
All right.
I'm going back with Dreadnecks. I'm going to go with that sausage pocket.
Okay. All right.
Good Lord.
Show me the sausage.
Show me the sausage.
Yeah. No. Oh man.
All right.
That's too bad.
Let's get to this. I really tried to lead you guys down the right way, but anyway, the good news is, Scott, you and Dreadnecks
sausage.
Dreadnecks gets the prizes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well done.
All right. The Tadpole, as you know, really likes to put in the funny answers. However, when a lot of people put in the same funny answers, I'm going to include it as the top 10.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah, you dang Skippy. That's what the game is. It's the Tadpole Feud.
Yep.
Number 4 is gross.
Gross pocket.
Gross. That's fantastic.
Any form of gross, like it was like gross, vomit, colonoscopy
Vomit
crap, anything like that.
Oh man.
Whoops, that was
Oh
gross.
my
That was
god.
it right there.
Yeah, that's
that's
pretty
the
gross.
sound of a
Yeah.
hot pocket right there. Number 9. Lava.
Lava, dang, I almost went that direction.
You should have gone that direction.
They're like
Biocow knew it.
Yeah, they're like pizza pockets.
predicted it.
Pizza pockets and hot pockets have the exact same like temperature.
Everybody
thing. It's
jokes
either,
about that. It's full of lava.
Yeah, it's either 1,000 degrees or cold. Yeah.
Number 10 is probably my favorite Tadpole hive mind answer because of how much this came up. 8 people said it. Show me number 10. I'm foreign. What's a hot pocket?
That is great. We had no chance of getting those last 3,
That's
did we?
great.
You
We
did
didn't
because I kept pushing to say, by the way, I took every answer that the Tadpole gave us.
Yeah, but I was thinking
yeah.
people would say stupid stuff like pineapple hot pocket or something.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
think
no.
it
I would've
be
never
No,
smart.
for
guessed
actual
these.
flavors, I did match them up with flavors on the Hot Pockets website. But
Right.
Now, while you
For
were
those
reading
left-
those, I looked this up. I just want for my own brain to stop hurting. It is true. Hot Pocket
There is
makes cinnamon roll Hot
Dessert?
Pockets and apple cinnamon Hot Pockets. They are
I've never heard
part
of
of
such
their
a thing.
new
Wow.
as of 2019, so a few years now.
Oh, okay.
They're part of their sweet treats line, but it's Hot Pockets.
okay, but it is under the Hot Pockets umbrella, huh?
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Prockets.
Check out Hot Sprockets.
You heard of those?
New in Germany.
Hot Sprockets. Hold on, there it is,
Look
Chad.
at that. Yeah, there it is. Cinnamon roll and apple cinnamon. Look at those. Those look good.
Yeah, what do you
Yeah,
think?
they all
They
Hot
look
Pockets
just
look
like
good.
the old style McDonald's
Yeah.
Apple pies.
apple pies.
Which I think you can still get, right?
You still can totally. You can get a couple of those.
Yeah.
I thought they
They'll
changed
throw 'em in there.
I thought they changed the formula, so it's not the same.
Oh, you can. It's still on the menu, but no, I can't speak to what the flavors are
Yeah.
inside.
You just won't be able to get this.
Sausage.
You won't be able to get that.
Oh, that's.
I can't believe there wasn't a sausage one.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I was a little surprised by that. But the important thing is, all that really truly matters here is the Dreadnecks is this.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Congratulations. Here's all you got to do, Dreadnecks. You know the drill, but you just got to send Brian a email, coverville@gmail.com. He'll send you along your codes, and you'll be the happy owner of 3, not 2, not 1.
3 games.
3 games today. How do you feel? Tell us how you feel.
Oh, I feel great. This was great being able to listen live and call in. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
It's always good to have you on.
Great to have you.
Yeah,
man.
we like Dreadnecks a lot. Hey, take it easy, man. Congratulations. All right,
Yeah,
well
they
done.
stopped doing the deep fried apple pies like they used to. Now it's like a baked with cuts across the top so that the heat can escape and it doesn't turn into
You should have still hot as anything.
a pain grenade in your mouth. Yeah.
I feel like I had one of those semi recently, and it was okay. It was all right.
Okay.
You know, everything's so manufactured there. You're just gonna get whatever you're gonna get. But
sure.
Anyway, Dunaway, you just did great. And here's the important part of all this is he was on the Boop Show this Monday, and that was a lot of fun. You guys should go listen to it. We talked about some great games, and it's a worthy addition to the discussion over there. But also this weekend on Film Sack, big important weekend. Why? What are we watching? I don't remember.
Aliens 4.
Oh right! Oh, I'm so excited! Oh, I'm so excited!
Yes.
I'm actually excited about this. We're gonna watch Alien 4.
I'm gonna heat up a hot pocket.
And
I'm gonna watch Alien 4.
Resurrection, I guess it's called, right? I think,
yeah.
Because I know that the new Matrix is also Resurrection, so I get a little confused.
Alien Resurrection is correct, yes.
Yeah, Alien Resurrection, and it finishes out our Ellen Ripley core canon.
The Ripley saga, yes.
Yeah, and I'm just so glad we did it. I just love that we did it. So do check it out, and that'll be this weekend. Filmsack.com for details. Brian Dunaway, anything else you want to add? Right here,
Scott
Yeah.
Johnson, I do follow me on twitch.tv/Brian Dunaway. I am streaming every night through December on Monday through Friday.
You doing the hot tub stream, or what's the deal? You gonna be naked?
We'll see. I don't have a hot tub. That sounds like a commitment.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna
probably not.
Lick a PSP on camera and make a little ASMR noises as you lick your PSP.
I could probably do like a heater stream where I like put my heater close to me. I might do that.
Oh, hey.
Heater stream.
Yeah, you're
So
turning me on.
6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern time.
All week.
Come on in. We're gonna play some games.
Yeah,
maybe some.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, all weekend.
Do it.
Go check it, or all week rather.
Week.
Hey, it's Brian. Everybody, bye. All right. Hey, it's time for us to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be joining us, talking about the latest in tech news, and of course, Randy P. Jordan. That's not his real middle name initial. Will be joining us as well. We're going to do Reccamentals today.
Millicent. Randy Millicent.
Millicent. There you go. Everyone's got the middle name of Millicent, but we've got an indie in the middle to play, and Brian will play it now.
That's right. We're going to New Orleans. Bronx-born, New Orleans-based singer-songwriter Alinda Segarra. She goes by the name Hooray for the Riff Raff, which I love. She's been putting out stuff, and she's got a brand new album that is coming out February 18th. So, like, next year. You got to wait. But you don't have to wait to hear this. The brand new album is called Life on Earth. Big thanks to None Such Records for sending this over to me. Here's the first single from the album. It's called Rhododendron. Here is Hooray for the Riff Raff.
I'm not much of a streak kind of person. Like I don't believe in the streak.
Your handwriting reveals facts about you that you don't even know.
This is the morning stream. Excuse me while I whip this out.
We're back, everybody. Welcome back. Brian, that song once again was?
That song again is Hooray for the Riff Raff and the brand new single Rhododendron.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Darn right it is. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, guess what, everybody? It's that time of the week where we get to learn about some things, and let's do it now.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man is the internet's own Tom Merritt, who joins us all the way from his studios in Los
You
Angeles.
don't own me, internet.
Oh, that's true. The internet doesn't own you. Look, you can't keep Tom in a corner. No, I guess that's right.
Nobody puts B with baby.
No, ever. Don't be with baby. No one go with baby. Tom Merritt is here. He comes on Wednesdays, talks about tech stuff, and boy, howdy, was there a big bomb drop this week? And
Hit the road, Jack.
Yeah, get out of here, Jack. We don't need your beard no more. No more. No.
Yeah. For the second time. This time we mean it.
Yeah.
Don't
this
come
time
back.
Feels more significant because, a lot of stuff has happened since then. But yeah, Jack Dorsey's out. But we're not going to talk about that because who actually cares? Twitter will go on. It'll be fine. Jack will go off and be a hippie. And
know that your tweets will
hopefully Jack gets to keep his @Jack account. Hopefully he gets to still,
He has the first tweet. Of course he's keeping that.
Yeah, he better keep that. He should keep that. And then NFT, the
Setting
whole
up
thing.
my Twitter account.
Yeah, exactly. His Twitter. The Daily Tutor. But then instead, we're going to talk about science fiction and fantasy because...
Hi, I'm Tom Merritt from Sword and Laser.
Hi.
As I do every Wednesday.
It's our Sword and Laser correspondent, Tom Merritt, who has some recommendations for us. Perfect timing, though, because it's the holidays, man. We need to be reading and giving gifts and whatever. So
And two books in two of my favorite series both came out yesterday, November 30th. Available in hardback, Kindle, audiobook, etc. One is, of course, the final volume, the 9th book in The Expanse. Now we've got the TV series coming up for its final TV season.
Right.
Yeah, in a few days here. Not that long, a little less than 2 weeks. But the end of the book series is out. This is Leviathan Falls. Leviathan Wakes was the first book. Leviathan Falls is the last book. So spoiler, Leviathan doesn't make it.
No, Leviathan may have risen.
There is no character named Leviathan.
He's wearing the problem is Leviathan is wearing the King Tut head.
Oh, and Animal Crossing.
He just runs a little too fast.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Fall on his face.
And that's based 9 books to get there. But yeah, no, this is my favorite science fiction series of the past 20 years.
That's high praise. High praise from Tom.
James S.A. Corey, of course, is a team of Ty Frank and Daniel Abraham. I've told the story a million times, so apologies to those who've heard it before, but Ty Frank was George R. R. Martin's assistant when I first met him, and they were very kind in helping us set up an interview for Sword and Laser with him way back in the day. And at the time, Ty was very tentatively, actually very politely, I wouldn't even say tentative, but politely like, hey, just so you know, me and my partner Daniel Abraham have a new book out. So if you're looking to fill the schedule in any other slots, let us know. We'll still set up, this is not a quid pro quo, we'll still sell it up, George, just letting you know. So I was like, oh, let me take a look at the book and I'll let you know. Loved the book, had them on, they were great. Of course, it went on to become a smash hit, became a TV series. It sounds like, this isn't confirmed, that Amazon is going to take the last few books in the series and turn them into movies instead of TV series, which will be interesting. I was
going to ask you that. Yeah, that's great.
If that ever comes to pass. But now is a great time to jump in. If you've been like, let me just wait until that series is done. It's done. James S.A. Corey, Leviathan Falls. It's out. It's great. I'm already partway through it.
Quick thing about that is Ty the one that mostly runs the Twitter account?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
I had the most delightful back and forth with him once about what's his name? I can't think of his name all of a sudden. The Opie. What's wrong with me? Who played
Ron Howard?
Ron Howard. So Ron Howard's got
Opie.
that. He's got.
I thought you meant Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. Okay.
Opie.
He's got that ugly brother Clint Howard, right? And he's in all those like B movies and horror movies. And every time Ron Howard makes something, he puts his brother in it, and it's kind of cute and whatever. We had this back and forth of memes and GIFs about Clint Howard one day, where it went on for like most of the afternoon. So the James S.A. Corey would say, well, what about this? And he'd post something from like some terrible movie in the 80s. And I'd say, well, yeah, what about this one? And we were just trying to outdo each other with this thing. And it was one of my favorite interactions I have ever had on Twitter. So Jack, see you later. But that was the best thing he ever did, is let me do that with James S.A. Corey. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a great recommendation. I'm behind on the series, which is bad because I love it and I need to catch up. I didn't know about the potential movie stuff. That makes sense, like a good way to finish this out.
That's just my guessing. That is not, and I've seen some other rumors about it. That is not an official thing. That's just kind of where my head's at.
Yeah, but it's really quite the accomplishment for that series, and also I'm a little bummed they didn't just even it and go 10. Give us a 10th book. Come on. 10 books? Come on.
Well, they did a lot of novellas. So there's almost a 10th book's worth of novellas. Probably more.
Right.
Yeah.
It is.
3 is the popular number. So 3 trilogies right there.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, actually, really good point. I didn't think about that. Read them in 3s.
Yeah, do change from base 10 to base 3, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and you want to go full Robert Jordan, just never stop and then die and then have someone else finish. You could do that. But no, these guys had a stopping point. They did it, and it's an amazing series. It's my favorite science fiction of the last 20 years, I think. I'm trying to think. Like, I can't count Mad Max as science fiction. It's just more apocalyptic, whatever.
There's some really good science fiction out there. Do not get me wrong.
Right.
But this is the one where others I'm like, ooh, can't wait to go buy that.
Yeah.
This is the one where I pre-ordered. Yeah. There are others that when the book arrives on my Kindle or in physical form, I say, oh, I got to get to read that. This is the one I started reading immediately as I opened the box. So there's, it's just hits for me all the points I want.
Yeah. How far? Just curious, how far are you in? Did you get?
Oh, I read really slow. Page 23. Yeah. I got it yesterday afternoon. Came at like 6 o'clock. So yeah,
that's nothing wrong with that. I can't do audiobooks because I get distracted way too easy with audiobooks. I don't know why. I just cannot focus on what people are saying.
I gotcha.
So I always when I'm reading, I'm rereading Dune right now because I got in the mood after the movie, and I haven't read it since I was 15. So. I'm way more focused when I read. If I was doing the audiobook, I'd be screwed. So my goal is I finish up Dune book 1. I dive back into the Expanse series, which I'm like 2 books behind.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll catch up to where you are. Yeah. So there you go. Also, you had something else. Look at that blue book coming up.
Since I gave you a sci-fi, I have to give Veronica, equal time for Sword and Laser and give you a fantasy. This is Jade Legacy. This is the 3rd book in the Bone. I always get it wrong. Greenbone Saga by Fonda Lee. So again, the end of the trilogy. So if you're one of those people who's like, well, I don't want to wait till I make sure all the books come out. They're about here, now, time, jump in. This is a fantastic book. It's set in a fantasy world where wearing jade gives certain people magic powers.
Okay.
And therefore, jade has been outlawed. Wow. And so there's this one city called Kwanglun where most of the people who can wear jade live. And jade wearers are gangsters. And there's 2 main clans of jade wearing gangs that kind of run Kwanglun from the background. And so the story is about their fight for dominance of the city. They're sort of plugging into the wider world events. Again, this is a fantasy planet, but it's kind of 70s era-ish. Mm-hmm. Like there's TVs and cars and stuff, but it doesn't feel like that. I don't know that there's like smartphones or anything. So it's great. It's just so well written, so much fun, such an interesting world. And if you're into wuxia or Hong Kong action flicks, kung fu flicks, stuff like that, you're really gonna love the vibe in the Greenbone Saga.
Sounds awesome. Okay, that's good. Part of me wants to say, hey, we always keep this a tech segment, of course, but once in a while, we ought to have a little book recommendation time for Tom.
I mean, I can give you a heads up, because I don't know that I have one every week, but when I do, I can just be like,
just once in a while, just let us know. Like, by the way, I read this thing. The other thing I was going to say, finally, just to swing it back to Jack Dorsey for a second. I'm sure him leaving is going to mean a gigantic compensation package. I'm just curious, will his beard also experience a pack? Will his beard have a golden parachute as well as he leaves? Do you know?
They will likely have to attach a second one.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Or it's possible they could just weave gold into the beard and use it as the parachute.
That's a good point. Maybe They don't need to. They need to replace Jack, but who's going to replace the beard? And I think it's John Barenthal's earlobes. Anyway, there you go, everybody. It's Tom Merritt, Ace Detect
Stay
on
tuned to
Twitter.
Daily Tech News Show to find out.
That's right. That's later today, and I'll be on there. That's Wednesdays. It's my day, damn it. And so we're gonna have a good old time on the Daily Tech News Show. So check that out. 2:30 Mountain Time, as always. All the details at dailytechnewsshow.com. And anything else you want to recommend to people or tell people about, or anything else?
We had a couple weeks off on the newsletter, so apologies to folks if you're like, hey man, you haven't emailed me in a couple weeks. I will get back on that this week. So we will have a few more newsletters before the year is out. Just letting you all know a little bit about what I think, what we're doing, links to all the shows, all of that sort of thing. My writing, I just finished up a NaNoWriMo, so I'm going to be sharing that with the patrons of my writing Patreon now that November's over.
Nice.
So if you want to get access to all that, freetomnewsletter.com.
Very nice. Tom, we'll see you later this afternoon. Bye now. Oh, he's on Twitter that Jack just left as well. It's Ace Detect. You can follow him there. Jack is gone. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, Jack. Sorry, Jack.
Yeah, sorry, Jack.
Sorry, Jack.
Here's what Veronica thinks of that last segment.
Tough titties.
All right, there you go. Let's move on.
Wow, we have two Veronica breast clips. That's
yeah.
She can't be happy about that.
No.
Sausage.
She also has a penis clip. Great.
Yes. Well, geez.
She doesn't have one of these.
Diarrhea.
All right, let's get this going. Who are we calling now? We're calling Randy. That's what we're doing.
That's right.
Randy Jordan, a.k.a. Randy Deluxe. First foray with Frog Pants as my co-host on the Instance. Now a fantastic continual part of the four-headed beast that is Film Sack. Mm-hmm. And, of course, now taking up the robes of the great Nicole Spag and continuing on the tradition of Reccamentals. Everybody, welcome to the show, Randy Jordan. Oh, whoops, this music was supposed to play. Hey, Randy, what's going on? How are you?
Aloha. Good morning. How are you? I know how you're doing. I've been listening to you for the last hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
I'm doing great.
Oh, that's
and
good.
It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Southern California. You know, California, the land of fruits and nuts, and that's just the people. It's wonderful.
Don't
I'm
get
glad
me
to be
started.
here.
Yeah, don't even get me started on those people of Orange County.
And boy, my arms are tired.
You ever see one of the housewives of Orange County anywhere publicly, like at a mall or anything? You ever bump into
Weirdest thing to me about moving to Orange County 11 years ago,
Yeah.
11 years ago,
Yeah.
the weirdest thing to me was living here for years and then finally going, I want to see what that's about, that OC thing. Like,
Yeah.
there's a show called The OC, and there's Real Housewives of Orange County. And so I looked into it, and I didn't see anything. I watched for hours.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything I recognized, even once. Nothing.
Orange is a big county.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's actually, like, if you look at the state of California, like, county map, it's actually really small
Oh, it
compared to
is?
the other
Okay.
counties. But it's like, it's just, I just don't see anything I recognize. They're living in this like little slice of Orange County, and they're only filming in this little slice of Orange County that isn't available to the other 99.9% of us, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
So, like,
you're never going to run into Kyle Richards at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You know, the circles you guys travel are all going to be different. So,
well, and I have run into like some fairly. I live in a neighborhood where there are some really rich people, right? Like, I went on a little drive with my kid the other day, and we saw a Lamborghini Diablo, and we saw a McLaren F1, and just like driving like to the grocery store, like this, you know. So like,
did you ask if that Lamborghini Diablo is ever going to come out?
You know, the fourth edition of the car, we just can't seem to get enough
the next
information
one,
about. Yeah.
But anyway, like I run into like Mike Rowe at Starbucks one time.
Was he doing a dirty job, or what was he doing?
He was getting Starbucks. He was having coffee.
Damn it!
Like, you know,
I wanted him to be like a barista or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying, like, Real Housewives of Orange County. Like, what bugs me about it is the word "real," because there's like, I live in a neighborhood. There are housewives everywhere. They are very real to me. I know what their names. Their kids go to the same school as my kid, right?
Sure.
These people on TV are not. They weren't real at all, not even a little bit.
That's unfortunate. Well, it's good to have you here. We're glad to have you here and representing the OC in a way that's meaningful, like making recommendations for people to watch things that are on streaming services and services. Hey, Brian, we're going to throw it to you because you always start this thing out. You've got two here. Any setup for these?
Just make sure you keep your cleaning services clean. Or
Excellent.
Anyway,
I will.
Streaming services clean. Let me write that one down. I'll come back with it later. This first one is a mini series. I brought it up earlier this week, but people won't. So if you've been paying attention, you know I'm going to recommend this.
All right, let's play it and see what we got.
Well, it's still very early, but we've begun looking at something that could be big.
What are we talking about?
OxyContin. Specifically, Purdue Pharma is the company that makes it. They've been marketing the drug and pushing it on doctors as something that's non-addictive, when it clearly is.
Is any other U.S. attorney pursued?
No, sir.
So litigation?
Is it 65 cases?
And how many has Purdue won?
65.
Yeah, well, going after a publicly traded company is a pretty steep hill to climb.
They're not publicly traded. It's privately owned by a single family, a Sackler family.
Sacklers? They're big philanthropists, right?
Oh, yeah. They give lots of money to museums and schools. Rich person stuff.
Very rich.
So what do you guys got that no other U.S. attorney in the country is onto?
Well, about 4 months ago, I was reviewing our caseload when I noticed an unusual pattern. Almost every case over the last 3 years was related to OxyContin, nearly every one.
So I think this is Dope Sick, right?
That's exactly what it is, yes.
And can I just say, Peter Sarsgaard, man, that guy really sounds like John Malkovich.
I agree.
Like he does. Yeah, he totally does.
I was just gonna say, is John Malkovich in this thing? And then now I'm like, I don't know what's real anymore because it sounded like him. That's crazy.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Mr. Gyllenhaal himself, Peter Sarsgaard. That's who you heard in that clip. Michael Keaton is also in this. He plays Dr. Sam Phoenix, is a doctor that in the early episodes prescribes Oxy for his patients, and comes to realize that maybe the truth isn't what the Sackler family is promising. And that's what this really centers on. Like, it centers on these great separate stories around it. You've got Dr. Phoenix, Michael Keaton. You've got these DEA agents. You've got Rosario Dawson as I think she's actually, I take that back. I think she's a DEA agent, and then the other guys are FBI agents that are all going after this. It is fantastic. It is so good, and it's eight episodes. It's on Hulu. Caitlin Dever, who we've been extolling the virtues of all week long,
she's so great.
From her time on Unbelievable and Booksmart and
Justified. She's great.
Justified.
Yeah.
She's great.
So good.
She's a very prominent character in this, and she's so compelling, and she's such a great actress. She's definitely going to get an Emmy nomination for this, I think.
Well, it's like one of those things that's important, right? Like, everyone should watch this because there's important things an important story being told that we need to be aware of.
Yeah, there really is, and so much stuff that I wasn't aware of. I knew Oxy was a big problem, the opioid epidemic and stuff, but did not realize to what degree it was having an effect on different parts of the country until I saw this. And it's all based on a true story.
Or what degree certain people are culpable. Like, I don't think a lot of people just know that story, so it's probably got. This reminds me of that other thing, the Keaton thing, the movie that they all won Oscars for. What was that called?
The Founder, or
no, that was awesome though.
That was really good. What you
know what I'm thinking movie? Of with
Birdman,
the Hulk in it? No. The Hulk was in it.
They won Oscars for
that. It was about the Catholic priest scandal.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Right, I keep forgetting that he was in that, but yeah, that was so good.
There's for whatever reason, I'm getting a similar vibe of like ripped from the headlines, but also extremely well done drama sort of deal out of it. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. Just imagine if Spotlight had been 6 hours long, though.
Oh, no,
like, that's the reason I haven't begun Dope Sick, is because I'm like, it seems long.
It's an 8 hour. I mean, it's 8 1-hour episodes, but it is so good. I mean, it is. We couldn't stop watching it. Rosario Dawson is amazing in this as well. God, everybody that they brought in for this. There's this kid, Will Poulter, who is. He was in Chronicles of Narnia. I want to say maybe Maze Runner.
Yeah, he was in the first Maze Runner.
Maze Runner kid. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and he plays one of the Purdue Pharma sales reps that goes and visits doctors, and watching his development as a character is just amazing. He's so good.
That's great. Maze Runner to good is the scale.
That's
for that
right.
kid.
Yes, exactly. So it's on Hulu. It's like I said, 8 episodes. It's a mini series, so don't worry, you're not going to have to wait for a season 2. But it is highly, highly recommended, and this will be. You'll see a lot of dope sick when it comes to the Emmys in 2020.
Speaking of such things, there's a bunch of huge high profile trials going on right now. Like this is trial season in our lives.
Yeah.
And one of them is for Elizabeth Holmes.
Yeah.
And I cannot stop every day. I'm just like, I need to get into Elizabeth Holmes Twitter because I want to be following it in real time. I don't want to wait for the summaries.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna watch it. This is on my list. So well done,
Good.
Brian. Good one.
Please
Your
do.
second one here. Any setup for this?
Second one is a movie, and this should be also no surprise to people, and I think you'll get it fairly quickly when you hear this clip.
Okay, here we go.
You want to go with Nick? Then, you gotta go with Nick. That's your prerogative.
No, we want to go with you.
Thank heavens.
We just want to hear you say what you had said.
Well done.
Tunde, now this here is our standard agreement.
I'm sorry, you're...
You take these girls, you take us all, the whole family.
I'm sorry, you all want to come to Florida?
Not Tunde. She just graduated valedictorian. So her life is here.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but all that other stuff is in that contract. We need that. We need a house, we need the best school, and a job for me on your staff.
Oh, yeah.
It says here a mobile home?
Yeah, I mean, we got to get there, don't we? You believe in these kids or what?
You bet I do. Mr. Williams, you bet I do.
Okay, then why are we still sitting here? We supposed to be in Florida.
What are we doing? Let's go to Florida.
It's the fresh king of Bel Air.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
I was really surprised that you're recommending this. Not because I'm guessing it's bad, but because I just can't believe that I'm hearing something other than Fresh Prince. It just doesn't, it doesn't sound like he was the right casting for
Really?
it.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
They do what so this is King Richard. It's based on Richard Williams, who's the father of Venus and Serena Williams. Obviously the whole family, as you heard, makes an appearance in this, like or the characters make an appearance. But they do the thing that I really like that they do at the end of biopics is show you the actual people that the movie is based on. And you watch these clips of the actual Richard Williams, and Will Smith does a great job of capturing mannerisms, the way he speaks. It's so impressive. And this is really, really good. This is in theaters right now, but it's also streaming. It's one of these HBO Max deals where for the month that it launches in theaters, you can also watch it streaming on HBO.
Yeah.
Or HBO Max. So do it before it goes away, because this is excellent. And Will Smith, you also heard good old John Barenthal making his second appearance on today's TMS, second mention on the show.
Were his ears there as well, or just him?
His
just him?
earlobes were there as well, but you'll miss them because of his huge mustache.
Oh,
like
okay.
I actually had to ask Tina. I said, "Is that John Barenthal?"
Well,
he's doing such a great job of hiding his Barenthal-ness that
he's awesome. I just always think about how when they do this shoots, they have to have trailers, and then they got to have a separate trailer for his earlobes, and it's just a lot of work. But save your emails. I really like John Barenthal. He's awesome. I have a big nose. All right. Go
I
ahead.
have a slight personal connection to the Venus and Serena Williams story. Very, very like the thinnest of threads connecting me. But my aunt Deborah in California, she was a teacher. She just recently retired, but she is a teacher in the Simi Valley School District, and she taught elementary school. And for 1 year, Venus and Serena were students of hers.
That's
and
cool.
so she met them. Obviously, she met Richard. And she said that there was a singular focus for Richard and his daughters, and it was not education. It was not the books. It was absolutely the tennis courts.
Oh,
And,
interesting. All tennis all the time. Okay.
All tennis all the time. So, but there's no any mention, because they're in Compton for the whole movie.
Yeah.
There's no mention of any time outside of that in See Me. But anyway, it's really, really good. Oh, Ken Kipper says Sabrina Williams, Richard's daughter and Venus and Serena's sister, older half sister, has blasted the film for sanitizing Richard and ignoring his past, specifically the wife and family he abandoned. No, they touch on that quite a bit. That comes up. And she also accuses him of using Venus and Serena to make himself rich.
Well, and that's the other thing. Like the other thing that kept me away from really wanting to watch this. And and by the way, I'm the guy who always says just watch whatever. Like I'm not out there saying you got to convince me to watch something.
Right.
Like I really think like if you're interested in watching something, you should just watch it.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. There's just something about the main character and the fact it's called King Richard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
of course.
is this
No, you're
celebrating this man? You know?
Right. No, it does sound like, and when you see clips and hear the stories of this guy, he really does sound initially like he is just using his talented daughters to further his own wallet and further his own career. And if the movie is to be believed, he's completely doing this for his kids. His kids want to do this. Venus and Serena want to play tennis. And he just goes all in and says, all right, I am going to train you. I'm going to train you hard. You're going to be successful at this. And if you really want to do this, I am going to get behind you all the way and just make sure you succeed at it.
Well, and one of the things that we're doing here is we're trying to recommend things that pretty much anyone would enjoy, right? Like you don't want to go so narrow and say, well, here's a recommendation, but it's only for 10% of you. I think you watched Get Back this past weekend, right?
I watched the first 3 hours of it.
That the first 3 of 15. It's it's hard to recommend that to general audiences. It's not for everybody, right?
No. And I'd say
it's a grind, you know?
Yeah. Well, and the first 3 hours are, and here's what I've heard. The first 3 hours are very loosely edited. You get a lot of kind of extra stuff. And let me kind of prepare you for what Get Back is. This will be kind of a pseudo recommendal. Maybe I'll use it in a future week when I see the other two parts. But here's what a lot of the first hour is. It's John and George talking about, what they're working on and lyrics and stuff like that. Meanwhile, in the background, Paul is going, long and winding. Okay, long and winding road.
And Ringo is staring at them with wide eyes from across a drum kit for like hours. He's just staring at them.
Ringo is doing exactly what I would be doing if I was in a room with 3 of those Beatles.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be doing what Ringo does because you'd be Ringo. Right?
You'd just be watching and saying,
Like it's so fascinating to me because of them. Like Ringo is the genius to me. He's the genius drummer. Like he's not. He's obviously not like writing lyrics, but like what he did in on the drum kit is just unbelievably cool and different.
Yeah. I love Ringo, but he was not groundbreaking.
Well, but he's just like sitting there staring. Like it's I'm sorry, it's a bit boring. If you're there's no way if you don't have any connection to songwriting that you're going to find this interesting. There's no way.
No, that's one of the things that Tina and I said is like, I want to talk to James and Svet of Same Sex Mary and see if they've watched this, because watching the songwriting process and watching these songs that you know by heart, you want to be a time traveler and you want to go into the room with them and say, all right, can I save you guys about an hour? The lyric you're going to use is Jojo was a man who thought he was.
Yeah. You know what'd even be better? You say they're going there and say, hey, I'll save the world a lot of pain. Don't do the whole right ear, left ear business you all think is cool. Because it sucks. Don't do it.
At the outset, there's some really interesting things here, right? So like these are all the most famous and wealthy people in the world at this time, right? They've come into this huge room to sit around together and write songs, and they have to. They're under pressure. But like there's a thing here. You're not looking at them trying to get a start, trying to get a break.
No,
they're trying to recapture something, and they're all very, very wealthy. And there's like a dozen other people trying to stand around but not be involved. And
except for Yoko Ono.
She's hip to hip with John the entire time, but she's like reading a newspaper.
Yeah,
it's just like
if cell phones had existed, she would be playing Candy Crush for the entirety of the 3 hours you see her.
You get what I'm saying, right? There's no way that's interesting to general audiences.
Yeah, you'd have to be a big Beatles fan probably to get the most out of it, and I get that.
I think so. I mean, you probably wouldn't watch it if you weren't at least somewhat of a Beatles fan, although the process is amazing. If you're a songwriting fan, I'd say check it out, because you hear these ideas and these germinations of these songs, and some songs that you hear them do as solo artists and not as the Beatles, and you're hearing these beginnings and like, oh my God, all right, that's where that stemmed from. That's amazing.
Yeah. Did Ringo ever go, hurry up and finish? I have to show up for my Caveman movie I'm in, or whatever.
Not Caveman, but another movie that he was in at the time. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. I'll watch
it.
I'll end up seeing it. I just haven't yet.
It's really good. I'd say this is one of those movies that you might be able to kind of put on while you're doing other things, at least the first 3 hours.
The last three, there's a big action sequence. Is there a big action sequence in the final?
Yeah,
end?
the big, right, exactly. Once they get the serum and they need to get it to the
then
to the White House.
Really kick off. Yeah, that's true.
In watching it, there was a very small part of me was saying, "Oh, you guys probably could have edited this down to like an hour." But then there was the larger part of me saying, "No, there is no other way we'd ever be able to see all of this stuff." And so, this is amazing, and I'm glad we get the whole thing.
I like the scene. I think I've seen it in a couple places. There's a shot where you miss it if you blink, but John is trying to pull weed out and then remembers they're being filmed. So he goes into this bag, pulls out this like obvious marijuana cigarette, and then kind of glances around, looks at the camera, and goes, "Oh!" and sticks it back into the thing. I
haven't seen it yet, but I could have sworn I've seen them smoking what looked like rolled cigarettes.
Yeah, those guys have had plenty
and that's
of
the
weed.
thing. Like, this is the Beatles in their mid-20s. They're all like as gorgeous as they're ever going to look. They're all in the best shape of their life.
Yeah.
And so like when you see Paul just chain smoking and then singing really loud from his throat, and it just made me cringe. I'm like, ooh. But then you realize, oh no, he can do that.
Yeah,
he can do that. He could totally do that.
Yeah, that's what he does. So it's Paul, John, George,
and a caveman.
All right. Anyway, hey. So that's
all right. So King Richard, HBO Max, watch it before it disappears off of the service.
Well, my choice this week is a hilarious choice given yours. Another historical thing that also has the name King in it. Here it is.
He will lead my army against the newly treasonous Harry Percy. I will assume that this news comes as neither surprise nor disappointment, but it is my duty as king and father to say it to you directly.
When do you fight? I set off tomorrow. We fight by week's end. You need not fight. These feuds need not be yours.
I have said what you were summoned to hear. Leave us now.
Oh, it's so good.
Ooh, I don't know, but that sounds really good.
All right, so this came out in 2019, and I missed it completely. I think I saw it a few times. It's a Netflix original. It was also in theaters, and it's called The King. Just straight up The King, 2019. This stars, now everyone's knows him from Dune, of course, but you got your what's his name? Your
Timothée Chalamet.
Is that how it's pronounced? Timothée
Chalamet. He used to do 360 mod videos back in the early aughts. Anyway, that's a hilarious side note. Yeah, you can still find them somewhere. He used to like mod 360s to play like what do you call it? Like games that shouldn't be able to play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Timothée Chalamet, of course, in it. You mentioned him. Also, that voice you heard as the king at the moment that you were hearing was Ben Mendelsohn, who we love in everything.
Oh, yeah.
He plays King Henry IV, and he's in a bad way. He's about to die. You didn't hear him here talk, but this is co-written by and acted in Joel Edgerton as Falstaff, who's one of my favorite characters in one of these movies. He's so fantastic in this. I like Joel Edgerton generally speaking, but I like him in this kind of stuff even more. He's really good. You guys know Sean Harris. He plays the character William. You know him from Rome. He was like the assassin, like the gay assassin in Rome, the show Rome.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you'd know as soon as you saw this guy's face, you'd go, "Oh yeah, that guy." He's in every. If you need a British dude in your cast of like something set in the 1500s, you hire Sean Harris because he just fits there. He's really, really fantastic. The whole cast is great. This movie is the story of King Henry V, who is played by Chalamet, takes over the job, and how that all sort of happens. His war with France. The big surprise of the movie is that, speaking of Edward, Team Edward's in this. Robert Pattinson, in a very brief role as
getting yet another mention this week. Wow.
Yeah, no kidding. He plays the French son of King Charles of France, and he is a real pecker in this, and great. He's really good in it for the brief time he's in there. I'm of the opinion Robert Pattinson can act, and Lighthouse kind of confirmed it for me, but he's quite good in this. Anyway, it's the whole story of that, how they went back to war with France, how for a while there he was going to basically inherit France, King Henry was. It's very much, gladiator-ish style filmmaking. You could almost say, hey, did Ridley Scott make this? It feels like Kingdom of Heaven or Gladiator. But it's actually directed by David Chode. I don't know how you say his last name.
McCord? I think it's McCord.
There's a weird umlaut over the O, so I'm not sure. Anyway, it's really good, and I can't believe I missed it for this long. Kim and I loved it, and the only caveat is if you don't like historical drama, you probably not, okay? Because it's one of those. It's the language of it is very to the time, and it's very adherent to the look and stuff of the 14th century and all of this. The only other thing is, like all of this stuff, including the one you talked about, Brian, there's liberties. They take liberties with historical facts and timing and things like that.
For the sake of drama.
Exactly. Like this character Joel Edgerton plays has an arc that is completely different than the way it went in real life. But I really liked what they changed anyway. I mean, it made for a much better story than what the historical record was, but it was one of those movies that as soon as it was over, I went deep diving. I'm like, I don't know shit about King Henry V. I'd like to know more about when he took power, why he did, when he died. All of these people, by the way, die in their 30s. Nobody lived back then very long. It's crazy stuff like that. His wife from France, part of the deal with France was he had to marry the daughter, and she revealed something at the end that just blew my mind. It's a great twist at the end. It's a great historical drama and did not get near enough talk. I just don't know why nobody was talking about this thing. It's badass.
Well, I mean, we have all the way going back to Shakespeare. We have, plays and books and adaptations and so forth, and it probably falls into that hole of if you do something that's been done enough before, people just don't really raise it up to the highest heights.
It's a bit of that, like I said, if you've seen, for example, the director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven is one of my favorite movies ever made, but not the theatrical. It's kind of bad, but the director's cut is amazing. It's truly amazing, and if you've seen that and you really liked that, then this is your jam. I guarantee it. If you don't like that kind of thing, probably steer clear of it. But it's still on Netflix. It's an original, so it'll always be there. And it's only a couple years old, like I said. In fact, I think he was toward the end of production of this. They were already filming Dune.
Wow.
But Dune had been delayed forever, so that's why it's so much further down the road that we got Dune finally. But because of the pandemic. So this is all pre-pandemic, but it's very, very good. Recommended. Check it out. Again, that is The King, and it's on Netflix. And it gets, they're brutal with the war stuff and all that, so don't go in there thinking you're not going to get any, it's bloody. When they fight in the battlefield, some gnarly knives go in some gnarly places. Let's put it that way.
Well, speaking of kings, you guys both recommended a king. I'm recommending a queen this week.
Oh, look at you.
And Scott brought up taking historical liberties. boy, does my Reccamental take historic liberties.
Wow.
Nonetheless, it is probably the most vulgar thing on television for a long time. So I had a hard time coming up with a clip that I wouldn't have to bleep over and over.
All right. Nice.
I hope you like it.
All right, here it is. Let's play it.
I bless our new leader, Catherine the Great.
It's hilarious.
The Great.
Huzzah!
Of course. Seems arrogant.
It is if you're not great. If you are, it is just calling things what they are.
Right.
Shh.
Darling girl, there is a rumor sweeping Europe that you have taken Russia from your husband.
You're my wife. You honestly can't think you can run Russia without bloodshed.
I can. I'm winning.
I love that you think that. He is a threat. I really, really want to kill him.
Reason and compassion can win any argument better than violence.
Let's just behead him like civilized men.
We must act. Let us remake Russia, my friend.
Everyone expects you to only last a year.
I'm safe until the baby is born.
It must be strange, a human creature inside you. Do you ever think, what if he has a knife?
I never do.
This is a dynasty. If she loves you, you will make more babies and protect the family line. You must make her love you.
Should we have sex?
I'd rather choke to death on this tiny chicken.
I have been trying to change myself when you are flawless. Exactly. It's time I regain the throne.
And then you kill her.
Imprisoned until Paul is born.
You're a good dad.
You're not long for the throne. I'm chosen by God. You were chosen by mail order. Ponder that.
I have a busy day running Russia, the country I just took from you.
Go get him!
Are you kidding? That could have been me! She loves me, that is certain.
You sure?
I look at you and go dry like sand.
All right, so we've recommended this before, but I don't. Who cares? It's
There's
such a
a
great
second
show.
season, guys.
Yes.
There's a second season. It came out about 2 months ago.
And it's all out, right? Like it's
right,
all.
they're wrapped. They've just hit the final episode of the second season, and the second season is somehow even better than the first.
Wow, good. Oh, I'm so
if you
excited.
slept on this show, it's time to start watching The Great. It is. I desperately want there to be 7 more seasons of this show.
Yeah.
It is so funny. It never stops being funny, and it's just wicked and, like I say, very, very vulgar. Like that is the one thing you got to get ready for. Basically, X-rated talk and hard R-rated visuals.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's good, but it works in such a weird way. I don't know if it's the actors, the pacing, the one-liners in that trailer are all kind of proof of it, but it's consistent. Kim and I laughed our heads off. We loved this show,
and it's got your Mad Max Fury Road connection. Sorry, look, I'm the one who brings it up. But,
yeah.
Got Nux in there, baby.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt.
Yeah,
and he's he and Elle Fanning are the stars of this show. They're like the show is like it's wrapped around these two characters, and like to really summarize it, basic. An Australian writer named Tony McNamara fell in love with the idea like 20 years ago of writing a book that made the story of Catherine the Great's rise to power in Russia into a total comedy. And the book worked, and then so he made a play, and the play worked, and then so now he's the showrunner and writer for the show.
That's funny you say that. This reminds me of a play, like in a weird way,
does. It
like
feels
comedic play, right? It's
right,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like Tony McNamara hasn't really done much else that's been successful, but my gosh, what a singular sort of hit for him. And so they bring together Elle Fanning, who plays Catherine, this German, very young woman who gets shipped off to Russia to marry the son of Peter the Great, also named Peter, and then she ends up somehow taking over. And the only explanation for that has got to be that some really funny stuff went down, right?
Yeah.
And that's basically what McNamara does here. He unpacks all of the ideas, like what if her rise to power really came about through sheer incompetence on the part of everyone in the Russian court, and this kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I didn't know the new season was out, so I'm glad to hear it because we've been looking for something like this, and I'm in the mood. So awesome.
Oh, it's on Hulu as before, And man, I don't trust Hulu. I just can't trust Hulu to do the perfect thing here. You know, like I wish it was on HBO because that would be, then I'd be like, yep, we're gonna have 5 more years of this.
Yeah, you never know. They haven't really proven out any of that stuff with Hulu yet. You're right, but hopefully they stick to it. It may be my favorite thing they have on there. Actually, I really like that show a lot. They have a lot of good stuff.
It's just, they also are responsible for things like Only Murders in the Building, which, so I trust Hulu to a degree. They're doing a good job.
They know how to do a cool project. They just don't know how to hold the project.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway.
So, and season 2, you would wonder if you came into this thinking, okay, so this is a screwed up historical reenactment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might wonder, well, how can they go very far, right? Like I can see this history as written. There's not a lot here, right? She's gonna kill him. Like there's just like sorry, that's in Wikipedia. She's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Like how can we tell lots and lots of stories between the in the scant year and a half between when she gets to Russia and when she kills him? Well, they figured it out. Yeah. That's the thing. Like they've somehow figured out how to just pack tons and tons of fun into that little time frame. And in season 2 they bring in some heavy hitters. Couple of sort of guest stars, but not really guest stars. Like they bring in a couple of characters played by really famous actors, and you're gonna want to go into that and be surprised when they show up.
Well, I'm all in for more. So there you go. There's our recommendations for this week. If you were like, man, I didn't catch any of that, don't worry. Randy puts them on his Twitter account, and we retweet them with the TMS account. Randy Deluxe on Twitter. And Randy, you looking forward to Alien 4 this weekend?
I am so looking forward to it. What happened is we decided about 6 months ago that we're going to watch Alien movies this year and kind of spread them out every 6 weeks or so. And at first I thought, oh no, we're just going to watch ever lowering movies. You know what I mean? Like this is just going to get worse as we go, right?
Yeah.
Like we're going to start, because that's what everybody knows about the Alien series, is that it starts really, really great, and then as you add more movies, it gets worse and worse. That can't be a good time. You know what? That's a great freaking time. That is exactly how you should want it to go.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting anything but the greatness that we've been experiencing personally.
Yeah, and now I'm looking forward to the Drek, and it's great.
It's great. It's great, Drek. We gotta see Ellen through. She needs us. We need her.
Only the best Drek.
Only the Drek. Yeah. I knew there was a chance. All right, hey, Randy,
Alien Resurrection. We'll talk to you on FilmSack, and have a very good day, my friend.
You do that. All right, we'll see you. Bye. All right, he's gone. This is an extra long show today. Holy crap!
It was. Yeah, we really packed it in.
We did. I do want to say here at the end of the show that I'm so grateful for our patrons for many reasons, but the main one is that they really keep the lights on. And as a result, I'd like to just remind those who haven't joined us that it's super easy to join and get cool benefits. How about art in the mail every month? How about extra bonus shows on the weekend that you can't get any other way? How about daily content that you don't get any other way unless you come real early and listen to the stream before we start? Like, there's lots of reasons to belly up, and it's a brand new month, so why not now? If not now, then when? If not who, then you. Patreon.com/TMS. Head over there and do it. Brian, we got to go, but we need a song to go.
Yeah.
Play a song.
Quick question. Are your holiday cards still available?
They are. They're up there. Okay. I think we're going to keep them up probably through the month, even though I just think people should hurry.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling the same way about the CD packages, because one of the albums that we did fewer printings of, and as soon as those are gone, I close the deal, close the sale. So get your Christmas cards over there at frogpants.com/store. Get the Andrew Allen complete set of discs with digital files, all that stuff, at coverville.com/shop.
Nice.
There you go.
Very nice.
And do it before all of it sells out. All of it.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It can. And it will.
Yeah.
Right.
And just USPS is just sucking it right now. That's all we're saying is hurry up and get it.
Yeah.
We'll get it going. All right.
Yep, exactly. All right. Jennifer wrote in, said, it's my husband Dustin's birthday. This was on the 26th, so the end of last week. It's my husband Dustin's birthday, and I wanted to surprise him with a cover of the song playing as we waited at the trailhead for our first 14er. He was supposed to have ran the Tahoe 200 race this September, which was canceled due to the wildfires. So we climbed some mountains in Colorado instead. I'm so proud of all he's accomplished and trained for. And this song, on the only station that we could get outside of Silverton, will always mean so much. Happy birthday, Dustin. That must have been a really great radio station that you guys picked up, because apparently they were playing Tribute by Tenacious D, and you want to hear a cover of Tribute by Tenacious D. So you're going to get one, and you're going to get one by the only cover of the song I have, which is by, where is it here? Why don't I have
Lawrence?
There it is.
Welk. No. Oh.
It's by Millicent von
Fantastic.
McGillicuddy.
Good. Millicent back again.
Millicent, the Millicent episode. No, this is by the Pickin' On series. So it is by either Iron Horse or, I can't remember the other one, but it's listed just as the Pickin' On series. And I wish that they would put the actual band.
I agree.
It is the Pickin' On series with the clean version of Tribute. This is just a tribute, bluegrass, wrecks the music of Tenacious D featuring the Dust Bowl Cavaliers. There you go. That's who the band is, the Dust Bowl Cavaliers.
Nice.
Excellent. Here you go. Tribute, originally by Tenacious D.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
My shadow has a stump.
Yeah, it did. It sure did. It sure did.
I love that.
My shadow had a stump. I think it was a video game I was playing. Not actually sure.